CLC 22 Grammar Lecture. Today we're going to be looking at nouns, fourth and fifth declension, a short look at the ipsa demonstrative adjective, a longer look at deponents, genitive plus adjective quantity, and then of course review of dative plus certain verb object phrases and dative plus infinitive subjects. In this lecture, let's take a look at fourth and fifth declension. The love it because it's so straightforward. Plural dative, of course, ibus. Plural datives and ablatives share the same form in Latin. Plural nominative, a third declension noun of the neuter. You may be wondering why we do these forms. It's to make sure that you understand how to recognize them in context. Plural nominative, of course, of the fourth declension, the long US. Looking at the next issue, illa and ista, that. In comparison to myself, you yourself, it itself. This we see ipsa being the nominative agreeing with Horatius. So therefore it's the subject phrase, himself. Horatio himself killed his sister. He repaired the ship himself. What's the verb? Repaired. Who's doing the repairing? He is. What's being repaired? The ship. The ship is being repaired, therefore it is. Oh no, this is he himself, because he's doing the repairing, so it'd be ipsa. They heard the president himself, verb heard, who's doing the hearing. They, what's being heard? The president. President himself would therefore be accusative and singular. Moving opponent verb as normal, active in form, passive in meaning. No. Sorry, reverse that. Full verbs are normal. They're active and active, passive and passive. Clemens praising the city chatters. The city, having been praised by Clemens, is beautiful. Full verbs are noted in the glossary, the long O ending. In other words, normal. Now we agree the deponent verb form. In the deponent verb form, there is no active construction in the glossary. There's only a passive construction. But though there's only passive in construction, they are active in meaning. Deponent verb forms. Passive form, active in meaning. With the cartoon, the old man having prayed to the goddess. Not having been prayed, but having prayed. Common. And as you can see, deponent verb forms perfective active. Very unusual thing to remember. So therefore, the slave girl, perfect participle agreeing with slave girl, having not been prayed, but because it's from the verb precor, it's deponent, having prayed to the goddess. Deponent verb forms being active will take object phrases. That's the key. spoken because it's from the verb loquor, but having spoken these words left. And then finally, wilbia, having entered the bedroom. So therefore, it's deponent from the verb ingredior. We know it's referring to wilbia because it's feminine nominative singular. So it would be B.
Genitives. Genitives we think of as possessive. The trouble is with genitives, though it's possessive, we have to deal with not the Latin so much as the grammar people from about 100. Genitive with quantity and quality can serve as almost a partitive phrase with adjectives. In other words, the genitive this is.
They're translated fairly straightforwardly. So the skill of the hands. Now that's not exactly possessive, but it's more of an adjective, so therefore it would be of the hands. Of course, it's just a genitive possessive, not a genitive possessive, but it's just a genitive. Names of the days, therefore we'd have a straightforward genitive D. And then of course the labor of this day, genitive possessive, but not really possessive, more like a quantitative, so therefore it would be B.
This is a minor difference that you just have to know and put in the back of your mind. Couple things to finish up. Datives plus verb object phrases and dative plus infinitive subject. We've seen that already dealing with last year. So let's take a look at the case file for the dative. Now, the impersonal verbs also have to be recognized. Certain verbs take the dative. Verbs should be memorized for the NLE, as in they will, and in the SAT. To go.
So we see the verb pares takes an emotional verb, takes the dative. It wouldn't be obeying me, it is obeying unto me, or why don't you obey me, mihi. Praeficit, compound verbs, especially with pry, take the dative. Caesar, fearing the new things, put in a new commander in charge of the legion, or to the legion, it takes dative legioni. Credisti, believe or trust. Where is the girl whom you do not trust. Ah, so it's got to refer to the girl. It's a relative, can't be this one. And this is a trusting verb, therefore it's dative, cui.
That was actually on the National Latin exam. We didn't do that well on it. Well, the rest of them we've covered already. Perfect. Piece of cake. If there's any questions, see me during tutorial.